Hi everyone, it's Mary Jo from Enchantress Tarot. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a while, I've got a lot going on, and I'm only doing solar returns for this year. And the solar return would affect you 6 weeks to 3 months prior to when the sun returned to the exact moment that your soul jumped in from the void. So if you were born at 10:40 a.m., then when the sun returns to 10:40 a.m. in Scorpio is the exact moment of your solar return. I usually feel that 3 months prior, things start to look up, if you would say, a little brighter, more energy. But sometimes it's within 6 weeks, depending on how all the planets are playing with each other, right? I have not done a solar return in many years. I had done one many years ago. So I'm doing an updated solar return. And in the tarot, every sign has their own tarot cards. So you have 2 cards that would represent you in the court cards. So either the page, the knight, the queen, or the king. You would have 2 cards that represent you in the major arcana, the big secrets in life. And then you have 3 cards that represent you as the minor arcana or the daily routines. And they would represent 10 days each of the 30 days for each sign, or decans from the Greek word deca, 10. So you're either born in the first 10 days, second 10 days, or third 10 days of your sign, okay? Now for Scorpio, their mantra is, I create. Okay, they do rule the genitourinary part of the body, the reproductive organs or sexual organs. Okay, so they create things. They want to share love, and they can be on the lower vibration, sneaky, lying. Think of the scorpion. I can't help myself. I'm a scorpion. But as they mature or evolve, then they come into that form of the eagle. Clarity, right? Visual acuity in the distance. They could see far into the future. They fly above that lowly earthly plane, the material world that is Scorpio's reign, right? The little scorpion. So they are between ethereal and matter, right? Between earth and the other world. And then a fully realized Scorpio is the phoenix, rising above it all, bursting into flames, from life to death, regenerated, born again. Okay, that is the evolved Scorpio, okay? And you know that they're deep and mysterious. You could see it in their eyes. They just suck you in, right? On the higher vibration, they are intuitive. They are in the second of the mystical houses. They do have that sense of knowing, you know, like the spidey senses, can be somewhat psychic or at least empathic, feeling, very much about feeling things, that watery sign. And they go to the depths of things. They want to dive deep. You know, they'll scope the room. The Scorpio's standing there checking everybody out and reading that room with each person, you know. We all have a shadow and light side. Every sign, every person. The thing is to keep it in balance, okay? So let's start with your court cards, okay? So when we look at the King of Cups, this is a card for Scorpio. Now the King of Cups represents, it would be the third decan of Libra, okay? But it would be the first and second decan for Scorpio. So it's the first 10 and the second 10 days. So that would bring from your November 23rd this year it falls on. Yeah. Excuse me, October 23rd it falls on this year. Jeez, I'm already in the next month. So from October 23rd to November 12th this year. You know, some years it's the 22nd. It depends on the evolution of the earth and the, you know, precession of the equinoxes. But for this year, it would be the October 23rd straight through to November 12th. The first 10 and second 10-day birthdays for Scorpio. Your card is the King of Cups in the court cards. If this card keeps popping up in your readings, it's speaking to you. It's a card that is addressing you, so they're really talking to you, Spirit, okay? It's like an indicator card. Some tarot readers pull the card as an indicator, and they leave it there because it indicates the querent, you. Oh, sure, now someone's texting me, sorry. Now, the Knight of Wands, you might say, what? Is the third decan of Scorpio. I'm distracted by that phone, I'm sorry. And I shut my phone off, but that's my laptop, my iPad. So the Knight of Wands would represent the third decan of Scorpio and the first two of Sag. So this picks up from the November 13th, okay, up until the 21st or 22nd, again, depending on where the birthday falls in the year. But this would be the card for the birthdays in Scorpio that would run from November 13th up until about December 21st to 23rd, like I said, depending on the year. Okay, different energy, right? So you have this water and then this fire, okay? This card usually indicates somebody's moving. It's got a lot of energy. You know, where Scorpios are usually very laid back, you know, more indicative of this King of Cups, right? So if you meet a Scorpio who's high energy and fiery, and they try and say pepe de ghoul, like you have pepper on your coolie and you're behind, hot-seated, they stir things up. That would be very, very much of an indicator for that Scorpio. Now we look at the major arcanas, and we have death. So death people get freaked out by, but this totally is that alchemical card of life, death, rebirth. Very Scorpionic energy, right? So when we look at this card for Scorpio is indeed Scorpio. It is each of the majors either have a planet or a sign. And this card is the Scorpio card, life, death, rebirth. This is the alchemical process, right, that we go through, like bursting into flames and being reborn as the phoenix. The other major card for Scorpio is the Judgment card. Now, this card, this is actually Pluto, the planet. Okay, again, Pluto rules Scorpio. It's life, death, rebirth. Scorpio in ancient times, when they didn't see Pluto, right, they didn't know of its existence, was ruled by Mars. So you put Aries and Scorpio together, you're looking at power, okay? Rejuvenative energy. Then when they found the planet Pluto, they gave it to Scorpio. So Judgment is about releasing and letting go from the prison you kept yourself in, entombed. It's being called to a new life energetically. Will you rise to this? Will you meet the challenge? Will you answer that call that Gabriel's calling to a new life, okay? Very interesting, deep energy, right? This is not foo-foo, pretty stuff. This is hardcore stuff. This is those things that happen in our life that are massive and changing, okay? And that's that power that comes with Scorpio. Now, your minor arcana, your cards are the 5, 6, and 7 of cups. So the 5 of cups would represent your first 10 days of Scorpio. So this would be your October 23rd, again, depending on, the year. This year it suits, all the way through November 2nd. That's my daughter's birthday, okay? So this is Mars in Scorpio. Again, Mars was the ancient ruler of Scorpio. Deep power here, and my daughter she's that silent, deadly type, you know what I mean? But very feeling, takes things in, emoting, this is that brooding Scorpio, okay? But again, there's all different energies and how they evolve. And that is there for a reason, because it's a part of who you are and you embrace and love it, okay? Very feeling and sensitive. Now look at the different energy here with the 6 of cups. 6 of cups would be our November 3rd through the 12th. This is Sun in Scorpio. Boo! Lightheaded, light feeling, childlike, energetic. Very different energy to the 5 of cups Scorpio. Okay? Again, emotions and feeling, giving, creating, loving. Not saying this Scorpio isn't. They show it in a different way. Theirs is more reserved, contained. Okay. Now we look at here the 7 of cups for November 13th through the 22nd or 23rd. Again, depends on the year. And it's Venus and Scorpio. Another different energy. Venus, love, light, material things, okay, beauty. And that scorpionic energy, we know, is diving to the depths of things, but is creative. It's a psyche, okay? This card represents choosing things that are emotionally appealing to you. And in this card, it's indicating many choices, and maybe the person is a little confused or overwhelmed. It doesn't mean it in general. It depends on the card it's next to, but it is talking about having many choices, things available to you to please you emotionally, and it changes in life, right? So let's see what we have for Scorpio for your solar return for 2023. Oh, major right off the rip. So the Devil card is talking about self-imposed limitations, things that you're keeping yourself down with. And, you know, this is getting to you. You're starting to get cranky, agitated, frustrated, and maybe you're taking it out on the wrong people. Like, you are not saying what you need to say to the person that you need to be saying this to. And even if it's yourself, like taking the blame for what's going on because you created this and you don't want to hear it. You can free yourself from this. It may be difficult for you at this time to speak up, and maybe it's gone on for so long you don't know how to deal with this right now. The universe probably is going to step in, but again, that's on your own accord before you got here that you created this. In the meantime, this is the limits you're putting on yourself. And in this person, place, or thing situation that you have allowed or created and you're angry with or are disgruntled with or confused with, and you don't want to do this anymore, I'm going to let you know, and you don't want to hear it. You're the one who can free yourself from it at any time. And even if it will be unpleasant, the outcome, because of it, it's an argument or an outburst or severe changes in your lifestyle, you will look back on this in a year's time and say, why did I wait so long? Why did I allow myself to be in that situation or with that person or doing that thing? Well, my dear loved one, it was because it was part of your design before you got here, and you created this for your soul's growth. So you are in the process of growing, and this is here right now to tell you it is time to unchain yourself from the things, person, or situation, or even a place that is limiting you and holding you down. It's time for you to break free and climb to new heights. Yeah, people don't want to hear that, you know. But then when it does change, you know, you're kicking yourself in the pants now, and then you're kicking yourself in the pants later. Why didn't I do it soon? Don't worry about it. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Done. Live in the now, okay? It's time to live in the now. Look at this. So you have another major arcana with the star. Now, the star is a very spiritual card. Okay, and you being of the second of the mystical houses, you do have that deep psychic, emotive, empathy, and spiritual, I would say naturally born spiritual senses. Even if you aren't tapping into them yet, or you're not interested in them, because there are a lot of people that have it and don't want anything to do with it because they're attached to the material things of the world, the earthly things, right? Over identifying with material things or physical things, sex, drugs, buying big things, power, status. Everybody has their own ride, right? But when we look at the star, we know this is a card of healing. And it's saying help is on the way. It might not be quick or easy, but the help is there, and it will happen for you. And this is Aquarius. So Aquarius acts with lightning energy, right? It's ruled by Uranus. And Uranus shakes you to wake you. And it's in Taurus right now. It's transiting for 8 years. And Taurus is your opposition. So it doesn't mean you fight with Taurans. You might have a very good compatibility with Taurans that you meet, because Scorpio wants to rise to the highest form of Taurus, and Taurus wants to rise to the highest form of Scorpio. That's what they mean in opposition to another sign. They are your 180 degree, okay? So that's what they're talking about. So when we look at Taurus is in Uranus, it's shaking up your world right now since May of 2018, and it's going to until 2026, I believe. It's transiting out into Gemini. So all of us are feeling it somewhere in our chart. In what house? It depends on your chart. So when we look at this energy shaking you up in your spirituality and your human experience. So this is about finding a blend between material and spiritual. This is about recharging yourself spiritually. And if you haven't even done it, it's time to tap in and charge yourself spiritually, because that material stuff eventually is just going to sink you. That's staying in that low form of the Scorpion. This is helping you rise to the eagle status. You know, and this card comes up when, to me, it's saying, you know, it's time for the ego to get cleansed here. You know, the spiritual you, okay, is offering up this ego for cleansing. It's time to immerse yourself into the waters of non-physical things, the things that really count, the energies, the spirituality, the healing, the knowing, okay? The growing, the evolving. So before you leave this place, you have gone to the highest form that you can. That's what you're here for every time you come to evolve. And the struggles might get more and more intense with each lifetime because you want to just get off this wheel already. You know, this is the healing for you, you know, and that lightning-like energy coming into the third eye. And she's replenishing herself. She's taking water from the spring, feeding it to the earth. It goes through the earth back to the water. This is your cycle, right, of life, energy. You always were, are now, and always will be. But it's about tapping into that spiritual energy. Bam! And I was saying, if the universe steps in and helps you. Okay, another major, wow. One other reading so far for the year is Solar Returns had like 3 or 4 of these majors, so it's an intense year for you. But I have to tell you, when these pop up, your soul is speaking to you, Scorpio, and saying, they're in your face, come on, this is what you need to grow right now. Now, the tower is Mars. I talked to you about Mars was the ancient ruler of Scorpio. Hi, Georgie. I'm fostering 4 more cats, so I've got 7 in the house right now. This is Georgie. She's a Turkish van. Anyway, so the tower is sudden change. So there was not a solid foundation with this person, place, situation, whatever's going on in your life that's causing you to be held prisoner, that you think you're held prisoner and can't get free of, don't know how to get free of, won't get free of, or aren't even aware of because you're so into this mishmash. The tower pops up to release the ego, okay? It is sudden change. So you see the person is falling from their tower, release of ego and arrogance. They're knocked from their mighty tower. There's an enlightening bolt. It's enlightening to this person. And we were talking about you getting into the spirituality. So with this, we're saying the universe is going to step in again by your design. And they're going to shake things up. And things are going to crumble and fall. It wasn't built on a solid foundation to begin with. And when the tower comes in, it's a beautiful cleansing energy for you, and it's going to help make things better. And what do, right? You rebuild. You rebuild now on a solid foundation, something that's true. Georgie, this is a girl. They didn't know, so I call her Georgie girl instead. Georgie, who's that pretty girl? Anyway, the cats are always attracted to the cards when I bring them out. This energy is going to help you, Scorpio, deal with all of this crap that's going on, this mishigas, and help you. And when that happens, it's going to awaken you spiritually or recharge your spiritual energy if it's been drained. And it's definitely going to be a time for new beginnings in your life, okay? Just like judgment calls you to a new life. So I don't fear the tower. I am an Aries sun. I do feel like it's the kick in the pants that I need to get it done. When I don't know how, or I'm trying and it's not working, or not even realizing it. Many times in life, we're so caught up, we don't see what's going on. People around us can see it clearly, just like you could see everything wrong with everybody else's life, right? But when you're caught up with something emotionally, that's what happens. Oh, nice. So we have the 8 of Wands. Now, the 8 of Wands is very quick, speedy energy, all right? And when we look at this card, it's saying that something's going to change rapidly for you, but this is a good card. It's a positive card for you. I believe that's a Sagittarian card. Let me just look really quickly. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, there it is. 8 of Wands is November 23rd to December 2nd. So that's a cusp Scorpion. We could be talking to somebody who's on the cusp within a few days. And it's November 23rd to December 2nd. Mercury in Sagittarius. Mercury, light, airy, speed, right? Brought the messages to the gods, all right? And when we have it in Sagittarius, Sagittarius is fun. It's ruled by Jupiter. It's abundant blessings. So this could be the news you've been waiting for relocating your job, your home. If your energy, right? If your energy's been in the toilet, this is like a kick in the pants, a light fire under you to give you energy, things happening very quickly. Many people talk about arrows of love. So if you're looking for love in your life, this could be an indication of something suddenly changing in your life with love and bringing a partner to you, or better yet, ending a relationship with a partner who's very toxic for you and not good at all and keeping you chained down. Anything that's going on in your life right now that's not acting out to your best interest, this card is talking about bringing stability. It's coming to ground. Lightning comes to ground, energy comes, it's drawn in, right? So this is a recharging energy for you. And again, with Sagittarius, it's about abundant blessings. And it could be happening right at this time because we're right there, right? This could be happening for you, and you're feeling the energy pretty much within a month of this reading. My readings go out about 9 months. A lot of times they happen sooner the more I read for people. Nice. Now, the 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so let's see. We got this energy here, air, fire, okay. And earth. We don't have any water here yet. Okay. So the 10 of Pentacles, we're talking about a time, not forever, a time of financial security and blessings. This could be a lucky time, especially tying into here. Play that scratch off, or get your quick picks, or buy a lottery ticket, or if someone's got a raffle going on at some event, or you're donating for a raffle, you could be winning. But it is talking about being cautious with things, holding on to what you have that grounds you. Yes, it could be money, but it's your health. It's your family or loved ones that ground you and keep you stability, your village, your tribe. It could be with school or education. All right, this is a time for you to stockpile, research it, get it together, put it away, hold on to it for now. Things may not have been going very quickly for you, We look at the little turtle or tortoise there. Things maybe were moving slowly, but the grass is growing quite nicely. So I feel like this is a time, it's moving along. So for a time, you will have some stability, but I have to say that it's from the choice that you made to do this. All right, this card indicates September 12th to the 22nd. So think back, some of you at that time, did you start to make a plan or say, things have to change. I can't keep living like this, or school like this, or my health like this, or my family relationship. This is that change, and it's Mercury and Virgo. Now, Mercury does rule Virgo and Gemini. And it is that quick energy like I had told you, and we have 2 Mercury cards here. So things are going to speed up for you. Where things have been dragging along, now in your solar return, if you haven't felt it within the last 6 weeks to 3 months, you're going to really be feeling that things are starting to change. And there's going to be more stability, but you're going to treasure it. Where before you maybe didn't have the time or didn't realize it. Now you're starting to grow, Scorpio, and you're starting to value these things. And it's not about money only or material things. So it could be that, because some of you maybe didn't have it and are coming into it now. But those of you who have had it or took advantage of it, you're going to appreciate it now. And those of you who didn't have it, your health, a true love, great relationship with your family, education, finances, material things, this is all coming to you now, but you are going to treasure it and value it and watch over it and protect it. You're evolving to learn and appreciate it in your life. Oh, nice. With the 9 of Cups, that's a very pretty card. We're looking at March 1st through the 10th, Jupiter and Pisces. So you have 2 cards with Jupiter of expansion and growth. Pisces is the 3rd of the mystical houses. And it is about endings, where Scorpio is about open enemies, Pisces about hidden enemies. Scorpio is always looking and investigating and suspicious of things, and uncovering the truth, like that detective, right? But Pisces is that like, oh, everybody hates me. This one is out for me. They have fear of everybody's trying to get them. There's delusion there, on the lower vibration. Pisces has so many beautiful qualities. But we're looking at that kind of similarity there with that brooding part of an unevolved, either Scorpio or Piscean energy that's being affected now with this Jupiterian energy of growth, expansion. And yes, Jupiter expands on everything it touches, positive and negative, but this is positive. When we're looking at the 9, something is ending. Like I said, whatever was going on is ending. So it's you starting new, making new wishes, new plans, wanting to bring into form. Now, Virgo is long-term planning and stability, another earthly energy here, but this is your first water card that we've pulled. So emotionally, you're feeling rejuvenated, regenerated. This is about you having all these empty cups to fill, and they're yours to fill with whatever it is that you want, whatever you didn't have that was limiting you, whatever you're filling this treasure chest within your life: love, happiness, great health, education, material things, because that could be a plethora. But it's a beautiful time for you, so enjoy this. And when you have this mercurial energy, that's speed, and that you're thinking, your mind is fast thinking, you are analyzing things that have gone on in your life, and now you're planning with that chess-like quality. That's a Virgo. They play the chess game. What could go wrong before they make a move? Analyzing for the long term what's beneficial for you. It's kind of very intense here, but that's a Scorpio, right? Last card. Nice. We have another water card with the Page of Cups. Now, the pages just represent the element, and they're not attached to any sign, okay, or planet. So when we have the page energy, this could be a child under 18 who is a water sign for you. It could be your Cancer or your Scorpio or Pisces that you're dealing with, and this is all talking about part of that. Things will be healing for them. You know, maybe this child is having a little problems emotionally or psychological things. This could be the beginning of the healing for you. This child may be a little bit distracted by things, or not able to speak what they're feeling. You know, they can't emote, and maybe they're more the silent type or brooding type, or, you know, this could be even someone with oh, I can't even think of the word right now. Asperger's or something, you know what I mean? This is a child that has some special needs or attention. I feel like there is this enlightenment and all these things, their wishes, and you're working on, and you have what you need in place to help this child get things moving better for them. You know, and they're wearing all the kind of orangey and coppery colors, you know, very much with that autumnal colors, and tying into the chakra for Scorpio, it's orange, you know, and I feel like right here, right, that chakra, the genitourinary, that is a healing, and creative chakra. So I really feel like things are going to improve with your situation with this child. Other than that, this is a time for you. You're going to be very refreshed. We were just talking about that. Refreshed and rejuvenated with this solar return, Scorpio. Your cup is full here, and it's glowing, but you're looking to something else. So you've got something in hand that you've been wanting and working toward. You're feeling very confident in what you're creating. I feel like you're protected in spirit. You have a solid foundation. And whatever it is that you're looking toward, you have in your hand this holy grail that's glowing. I really feel it's your spirituality that we've been talking about you need to tap into, and the change that you're getting it now. I got it. I understand. It's all me. What I'm thinking, when I'm speaking, what I'm feeling. I tell you all the time, your thoughts, right? It's like you're kindling on a fire. You know, you're speaking it, and now you go to the like the tinder, you know, that you're getting, the fire is getting bigger, and then your emotion, man, that's like pouring gasoline. It's explosive, bonfire energy. I really feel like you're in the early stages, and if you used to do it and you fell off the wagon, you're getting back on. If you've never done this spiritual stuff, I feel like you're starting to tap in. You might have been aware, you know, awake, aware, and then forgot, or you weren't either, and now you are awake and aware. So this is a beginning, and you're feeling childlike and innocent in it, and excited about starting this. So it's a beautiful year for you. You have intense growth happening, Scorpios, this year. Very intense growth happening. It's a beautiful reading, and I hope it helps you. Happy birthday to all of you Scorpios, and happy solar return. I hope this helps you. And remember, I'm here for readings. I'm still doing that for people. And you can send me in my email one question. Don't give me a lot of information. One question and I'll answer it for free and send you the picture of the cards that I picked for you. Okay, everybody, be well. Happy birthday. Talk to you soon.